Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. What's up, mother? All my out there? I didn't say it. I said I'm gonna beep it out anyway, just because it's funny, because I'm trying to correct myself by saying but I keep beeping myself. So you don't know that I'm actually saying and not saying. Well, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna put these gloves on just in case. Hey, I got a few things I need to talk about tonight. Not a lot of it's good. You want the good news or the bad news first? Let's just go with. Let's get the bad news out of the way so that we can talk about the good news. Well, there's no really good news. There's Thanksgiving tomorrow. I want to talk about giving thanks. So I got a call at 6 o'clock this morning. 6:21. One eyeballing, looking at my phone, going, "Why is somebody calling from downstairs?" I'm thinking either A, something's wrong with my mother, or B, something's wrong with Gwen, or C, Gwen has a question or needs to let me know something before normal time in the morning, a.m. That's on the clock, on my clock at least. So I answered the phone, which I normally wouldn't do at 6:21 in the morning, but I knew something was wrong. You know how you just know? You're just like, oh, fuck. Here we go. This is my day. No, I shouldn't say that. That's an awful thing to say. Generally, I'm saying that because I'm not the one that had the bad day, and I shouldn't complain about anything throughout the course of my day. I had a better day than my mother. So my mother, she's been up since 2 in the morning, throwing up white or clear stuff. Yeah, shut up. And her back is getting more and more painful. It's moving up from her lower back up. So I'm like, God damn it. I want to take care of my mother. I mean, I don't want to just let her suffer. So I go, I get her. We start out for the emergency room. First of all, my car is so fucked at this point that I have to just gun the engine, and it usually stalls at least 2 or 3 times before I can get it to the top of the street. Yeah, that's my life. My white trash life, folks. So we get to the hospital. You know how it is at any emergency room. This was actually not too bad. There was one other person in the emergency room when we first got there, so we got right back. They brought her right back within. Yeah, I don't even think we sat down. We went right back. They set her up. A nurse was in. I mean, it was pretty quick. We were still there, like, from start to finish. The story's long. About 4 hours. So I'm not a person who gets up at 6:21 in the morning. I know a lot of people get up. Farmers, 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, construction workers, 5, 6 in the morning. You know, they're out on the job site. They've already gotten their coffee and their lumber for the day, and they're going to work. Like, early in the morning. I've had friends, my best friend Corey, who lives that way. I'd rather shoot myself in the face than make that my existence. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I would kill myself in, like, 2 years at most. Getting up that time in the morning and being out on a job site in a freezing winter. God bless the people who can do that, or Allah bless them, or whoever. Buddha bless them. Ooh, I like that. Buddha bless them. It's kind of nice. It'd be a nice name for a band or an album. So we go. They say, "Do you want something for the pain?" She says her pain is at a 10, which it's not. Because if it was at a 10, I know my 10, I am screaming and crying and writhing in pain. Like, I can't I can't sit still. Like, I can't keep myself quiet. Like, I'm horrible. I can't take... My 10s are the worst. Like, I can take 1 through 9 and grin and bear it, even though I hate it. But when I hit my 10, I know when I've hit my 10 because I can't hold back. Like, the pain is too much. And so her 10 was kind of mild, like, because she was just basically, she could walk. You know, she wasn't screaming. She wasn't, maybe she can take her pain better than I can take my pain. Anywho, so they give her morphine, and within like 5 minutes, she's like, "Oh, I have no more pain. It is gone." But they're like, "Well, let's You know, they ask all the typical questions a nurse and or doctor would ask. And they finally decided, well, you know what? You've had cancer in the past. Let's do a CT scan. CAT scan and CT scan, that's the same thing, right? I think people just say cat because it's CT, cat. And so finally she fell asleep, and I'd been sitting there like an hour and a half. Carol's already called into work, so she's missing hours now at this point, and she might be getting her check, which we could desperately use. So I'm like, I've got to at least get out of here for a little while. And if I have to come back to pick her up, that's fine. But she's sleeping, and I know she doesn't care if I'm there or not. And I'm less than 5 minutes down the road, maybe 3 minutes. If I don't hit any lights between me and the hospital, it's like 3 minutes. So I'm like, I might as well let Carol go to work. I'll go feed the kids, take care of them. No sooner did I walk in the door that I checked my phone because I forgot I had it on vibrate, and lo and behold, oh shit, the hospital just called. I must have walked out the door. They must have known. They must have been assholes about it. They were actually really all nice people that I dealt with today. However, there's no way they couldn't have known what they wanted to tell me on the phone between the time I got up from my chair and I got to the front door. There's no way, because like I left, and like I said, I'm about 3 minutes away. I looked at my phone. I'm like, what the hell? How did I miss this? Like, this is like a stone's throw. It's actually quicker coming back, probably 2 minutes coming back at max. It's funny that we don't hear a lot of ambulances at night, though. I think it's because we're in a valley, a deep, deep valley. Anywho, they want me to be there when they tell her the results. So immediately I know what it is. I know what's going on. So we go back, and she's like, you're already back? I was just like, yeah. I was just like, I probably should have just answered the phone. Like, if I had felt it or whatever, I would have answered it. But I got all the way home. Carol brewed a coffee for me, and that's when I realized. I was like, no, why? So that's why I might be checking my phone more often. Just because if there's anything going on, I need to know. So you'll have to forgive me for a while. Anywho, CT scan came back, and it looks like there's 2 tumors in the liver, and something's going on with the lymph nodes around the aorta. So they send her over. Eventually they send them over to go to the cancer center, which is right across the street. Hang on just a second. Yeah, buddy? It's on. Oh, it's on.
Just shut off and like
Shh. You're giving away my deep secrets here, man.
the like didn't have any sound, just like when
What?
we were
Wait a
watching
minute.
it.
Do that again? I'm gonna have to cut the hell out of this video. If you go into PS3 Media Server, go to Shared Files, go to Media, scroll down. It's not the first one that you see that says HD copy. It'll be further beyond that. Beyond.
Could you put it on for me? I don't know how it is.
How about I punch your liver loose?
How about I punch you in the T words?
Oh, the testicles?
Yeah, the T words.
That's not a bad word to say. That's the anatomically proper wording. Testicles.
Or like
Testicles.
Test-
Testapenis. Now that's going to a whole new level right there.
penis skulls.
Penis skulls?
No, penis skulls.
Oh, like oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying like popsicles.
Am I allowed to say the F word in the video?
I'd prefer you didn't. Unless it's French fries. Or farts. Or fairy dust. Or fantasy. Or friction. Or friction fire.
Or festicles.
Festicles. Ooh, I like that.
What?
Festicles. No, that doesn't work.
Squasticles.
Come up with a new one.
Squastic.
No, festicles is nice. I like that. It's like a festive version of testicles. It was like if you were to like put a bow on your testicles or something.
Squesticles.
What's a squesticle? It's like a squid. Is it a squid's testicles? Because that would make sense.
It's a squidsticle.
I will be out in a few minutes.
A testicle squid.
All right, testicle squid. Go tell mommy it's on there somewhere. And if she...
So wait, we go to media server.
PS3 media server. Shared files.
Yeah. Could you write it down for me on the piece?
Nope.
Why?
Tell her it's in the media files folder. She's got to scroll down further. Media files folder. Media files folder. Media files folder.
Media files.
All right, I'm gonna do this. I'll be out in a few minutes. You jerk ass. That's my boy. I'm gonna have to cut so much of that. It's unbelievable. Oh, we got a new subscriber. Hi, Emily, Rebecca, whoever you may be. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining the channel. Apparently you just did this only moments ago. So if you watch, or if you choose to watch this one, you know, I'm offering you a warm welcome to the road to 40 with Jason Oliveira, in case you didn't know. So yeah, go over to the cancer center and we find out, you know, yeah, she's got to get a biopsy of the tumor on the liver. The larger one, they said, should be real easy to get to. Unfortunately, they did say that you will be dealing with this for the rest of your life. You probably will never be cured. So the tough thing is I know my mom, and I know what she wants, and I know she'd rather be, I know this sounds terrible to a certain degree, but I think part of her would rather be dead than alive. Like, she believes in something beyond this life, that is very rewarding to arrive at, and I can't hold it against her. However, I see flaws in her way of thinking, and you never know. You know, no matter how much faith you have, you never know. This is the next subject I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit tonight. Let me log into my Facebook accounts. Oh, what am I? I'm on Facebook. In the name, I'm typing face. I, as you may know, am someone who stands up for what he believes in. And if I disagree with what you're saying, or I know you're wrong, then I have to say something. I'm sorry. I know I should be strong enough to hold back and not act like that. But I just feel this horrible need to correct people when, like, they're asininely wrong, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, I got a bunch of friends that are doing a show tonight in Rainham, Massachusetts, and I wish them the best of luck. Break all your legs, you sons of bitches. It's like everyone I've ever, like, played with or hung out with or been friends with, you know, it's like it's a huge group of musicians, and they're getting together. I guess they do this the night before Thanksgiving, and they come out and they play together, collectively, apart. They just do all kinds of fun stuff. That's pretty cool. Anywho, damn it, I really know how to ramble sometimes. Let me just go to my notifications. That'll be way easier. Oh, did somebody else comment? God damn it. God damn it. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. Basically, it's justifying a hate crime, kind of, in a way. To hate, well, all right, let me just read the goddamn thing to you. I can't tell you who it is, though, because that wouldn't be right. Please don't just read the first two sentences of what I'm saying and decide to unfriend me because of what I believe or think. Just take a minute and read this whole thing before you comment or say anything negative. I want you to know that I am not just talking about homosexuals. I am also talking about all Christians who have made homosexuals believe that we hate them. Because in fact we don't. God does blah, 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 blah. Then it goes on to justify calling homosexuality a sin. Now, if you're a Christian, then you're right. You are 100% right. But my point was, okay, whatever you got to say, that's right. You know, for what you believe in. That's fine. I understand that. You have the right to say that. However, I can't hold my tongue. So I started reading the comments underneath. Now, mind you, this is a kid that's my daughter's age. Oh, shit, that's giving away a lot. I hope. Damn it. That's all right. I didn't give a name. So, I mean, I remember when I was her age, I was probably spewing the same trash out of my mouth at the same time. And I know a lot of people are going to take offense to that. And I apologize because I don't mean to offend. But I lived it. I experienced it. It changed me for the worst. I'm just saying that. That's all I'm saying. Like, maybe your experience with your religion is fine. Mine was not. Like, while I was in it, I had a wonderful time. It was a beautiful, lovely thing. But looking back on the religion in general, I oppose most of its beliefs. And I could never live that way. And there's a verse, actually, that she talks about sexual relations. Please don't unfriend me. Damn it, I can't remember what it was. Comparing homosexuality to being drunk because they're both a sin. I can't find it. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's just go on to the first comments here. We've all sinned and come short of the glory of God. So thankful for his forgiveness and love. And a savior with a promise of heaven. Preach it, girl. Proud of you. Won't say who said it. Next. We shouldn't judge people just because they sin differently than we do. Okay. I agree with both of you. The original poster. Now, the original poster's close relative. There is no human judgment in that post, only observation from the word. Okay, so now I'm starting to think, you son of a bitch, you're one of those far-right people that I can't stand. That's just crazy, and you love guns. My head went there because I've met the guy before, and I didn't really get a good or a bad vibe from him. Next person, I agree with you. And then, let's see. Jesus, I almost said a name. This was a very powerful thing to read today. I'm so encouraged by your words and will pass them on to my friends on here. Okay, fair enough. Well said, dear girl. Then that's so true. Then someone I know. I disagree, but we can still be friends, which is just a beautiful thing to write. Person's close relative. What's to disagree with? Question mark. Someone who posted earlier. Nothing, Sam. You can't disagree with the word of God. That's when I'd had enough. There's plenty to disagree with. If you choose to believe that the Bible is the written word of God, that's fine. But it doesn't mean you're right. I also disagree with what the Bible says about homosexuality. This was well written, and I understand. This was well written, and I understand a Christian desire to save humanity, but it doesn't mean I have to agree with those beliefs. I think that's fairly written. So I'm expecting the onslaught to begin quickly here. This is the first thing I get. Close relative. It's not that simple. I was just wondering if he's talking to the person that I know, was disagreeing with the verse or the Bible itself, as I've known her for a while and I respect her opinion. Okay, so that's nice. I was just like, what's going on here? Okay. Then close relative again and said, so the only disagreement is the existence of God, talking to me. So I said, not at all. I can't say that there isn't a God any more than the most devout believer can prove there is. I choose to believe in a higher power, and I really dig Jesus. But I don't lay my faith at the foot of the God of the Bible. That's pretty sweet. I need to get that tattooed. On your face. Somebody else. My fault for misjudging your words. And he wasn't talking to me. He was talking to the close relative. Close relative. Okay. I get that. I was an atheist until I was 27. I just didn't know how y'all believed, for lack of a better term. If there are morals, that has to be God-driven. All nature itself proves God to me. But that is where faith takes over. Okay. I thought that was well written. I was just like, okay, I don't agree with the whole morally driven God, or gods by morals by a God. I personally can't imagine that this is me. I personally can't imagine that there was nothing before the creation of the universe. I believe there was an architect. However, I don't believe it was a loving God. I lived a Christian life for nearly 30 years, but I wasn't blind to so many others' beliefs. I chose, rather than to flee from them, to learn about them. In my post-Christian years, I came to discover what I consider the fault in most religions, and that to truly find peace, one must seek his own path. I feel more whole being who I am now than I ever did as a Christian, or referring to myself as a Christian. But like I said, if I were to follow the teachings of one man, Jesus is a pretty good choice, though the Jainists have a really nice outlook as well. I said, nothing but love, by the way. I don't want anyone to interpret this as negative or an attack on their beliefs. I didn't want it to. I like having civil conversations about things like this. So what constitutes a nice outlook is what Stephen will call him. And then he also said, I don't ask that to be antagonizing, but I'm just curious. I said, Jainism is an Indian religion that prescribes the path of nonviolence towards all living beings and emphasizes spiritual independence and equality between all forms of life. That's from Wikipedia. I didn't write that. It's well written. So we'll say his name is Stephen. But what good and what makes good and what makes bad? There has to be some kind of origin to our morality. At least so believe there is. I don't know what he's trying to say there. Okay, and then his name might be Stephen, said, by the way, I am well aware of what Jainism is. I said, I apologize. I thought that was what you were asking. The origin of morality, I feel, is easily explained as something we adopted further our own existence. I think it is a part of us now that evolved from making choices that better futured our communities and in turn our species. New voice, young kid. It's not our luxury to choose one religion over Christianity. It's not like they're all equal. Christianity is the only true faith. Maybe Jainism is a good religion, and that's fine, but God is bigger than religion. Religion is man-made. Jesus was God's earthly presence. See, I was getting along with everybody up to that point. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Shut the fuck up. So his name might be Stephen, has some arrows pointing up and saying my life. So I say, like I said, if that's what you choose to believe, that's fine. It still doesn't mean you're right. I think the best I think it's the best luxury, referring to when he was saying it's not our luxury to choose one religion over Christianity. So I said, I think it's the best luxury, especially in this country. And then close relative said, in my readings, if there is a higher power, I'm not going to go on and on. I could go on literally for the next 10 minutes, and I don't want to waste your time or my time. My point is, it came together really well at the end. The close relative who I thought I was going to detest and loathe and be in a real knockdown, drag-out battle with, I was completely wrong about. They were very civil, very willing to share their past, their history, what they're going through, what they believe in now, and being very okay with me not believing the same thing. That's how the world should spin, man. That's what I'm talking about when I say we should make the world spin happier together. Stop judging other people's religions, even if you hate it. So I'm not a big fan of Southern Baptist, right-wing conservative Christians. It doesn't mean they can't believe what they want to believe in. I'm fine with that, as long as it doesn't affect me or people I know's lives. I mean, I know that sounds impersonal, but I'm a representative of millions of people. I have a certain belief system, I think, that's shared between a good chunk of people. I'm not saying that I'm the majority by any stretch of the imagination, but generally speaking, this way of thinking is the more progressive and eventually where we'll end up if we don't kill each other first. So, my point is, it was very civil and very well said, and we just kind of asked each other questions about what that other person meant, or what they believed, or how they could believe that, or what they felt about something, and it just ended really nicely. I haven't read the last few comments, But I kind of don't want to because I felt good walking away and being like, all right, all is good in the world. So I've had some ups and downs today is what I'm saying. Ultimately, though, I hope you guys all have a super duper Thanksgiving tomorrow. We almost didn't have a Thanksgiving. We were fortunate enough to be able to make ends meet, and now we are. But it's tough. That was like the first time in my life where I was challenged with like, do I just accept the fact that we're not going to have a Thanksgiving meal? Or do I don't know, go knock over a liquor store? I don't mean that. I would never do that. But my point is that, like, it's scary sometimes in life, but you always have to look for a brighter tomorrow. Like, I know things suck now. Like, this is a rough day. This is a long and hearty, beefy, angry, mean, nasty, dirty day. But it's coming to an end, and tomorrow's going to be nice. We're going to have a good meal, just hang out, and really just, do nothing. Light a fire, put Elf on, decorate the Christmas tree. It's one of my favorite days of the year. I think I like it better than Christmas. Christmas is fun for the kids and playing and exciting and chaos, and I don't like chaos. But Thanksgiving is like the laid-back holiday. I do wish I got live TV so I could watch football. But besides that, everything else is pretty hip for tomorrow. I have some, obviously, unfortunate feelings towards no, doesn't matter. Thank you guys for always coming back. I'm very, very thankful for all of my subscribers, especially our new subscriber. What's her name? I think I've already shut my phone damn thing down. Anywho, yeah, thank you. I'm very thankful for that. That's great. It's a big part of my life now, or it will be for at least the next 150 some odd days. So, thanks for coming by. Who knows what we'll find at the end of the road to 40. Hopefully there'll be a big party, but whatever. Don't forget to make somebody smile tomorrow. Follow me on the Instagram, the Twitter, the Elo, the G+, whatever. I'm out there. GEYCEN. It's the best way to find me. Please like if you're liking these. Subscribe, comment, share with anybody who you know who might like watching said videos. Make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today. Tomorrow. Spend a little bit of time with that turkey. I don't know. You guys have a great night. Live life to the fullest. Love every moment of it. I'm Jason Oliver. This is the Road to 40. Happy Thanksgiving, just in case I'm not here tomorrow night. And if not, then I'll tell you all about my day. All right? You guys take care. And if you want to pray, if you want to send good feelings, good vibes, if you want to ignore it, that's fine either way. But, my mom could use it, so thanks. All right, you guys have a great night. Take care of each other, and I'll see you guys a little bit further on down the road to 40.